Well, you know, I think everybody seems to have the same connection to the brand, regardless of who the character is, because it's about authenticity, being your true self. It's about diversity. It's about taking the things in your life that are true to you and letting others see who that is. And so when it came time to casting this movie, everyone from Pitbull to Kelly Clarkson to Nick Jonas, Janelle Monáe, everybody connected to the characters because they all stood for who is your authentic self, and they all believe in their real lives that that's what's so important. So they connected to the characters and to the brand in a very special, personal way. Kelly understood what we were trying to do. He understood the aspects of authenticity and diversity, the importance of being your true self. And those were themes that were very important to Kelly when, even from the first meeting that we had, I had seen his other work and admired his other work and felt like he was going to get not just the emotion out of it and the comedy out of it, but also the design. He has such a great sense of design. He can also draw beautifully himself and made a living from early on in his career doing that. And so given how quickly we wanted to get this done and still keep the quality as high as we needed it to be, both from the design of it, the storytelling, but also ultimately the animation, he was the perfect choice. Well, first and foremost, I want them to be entertained. I want them to laugh. And I worked on many animated movies, all the Pixar movies that I worked on, starting with Toy Story through many of their biggest hits. The emotion is so important. So my hope is that we not only get audiences laughing, but also feeling something for these characters and seeing themselves and relating to so many of these characters. So if you can laugh and you can ultimately cry, but happy tears, wonderful tears, that is the goal. Well, the world that we created was one of thread and fabric and felt. Our ocean is satin. Our buildings are made of material. Everything that you associate with that kind of world, even the currency is buttons in the world of Uglyville. So by creating this world, we were able to make some fun choices where if you look closely, if the animation is done just right, which we believe it has been, if you look closely, if you look at the side of a cliff, you see corrugated cardboard. If you look at the sun, it's a ball of yellow yarn. If you look at the moon, it's a crescent-shaped button. So there's constant reminders of how unique this world is. And it's one thing to talk about it this way and want it to look a certain way, but the designers and animators turned it into that, which is a whole other thing. And so for them to pull that off so that you see the detail on screen, you see the villain's hair is a perfectly coiffed series of blonde yarn. You really see the detail, and when that happens, you're immersed in the movie in a very different way. And I believe audiences are very smart and they notice those things and hopefully give you credit for designing something that is as immersive a world as we've created.